Are you ready?
I've been ready.
Don't give me any of your crap.
Come on, we're wasting people's time.
Hi there. Thanks for diving into Two Peas, Same Pod, the humorous podcast of family unity that proves we're all in this comedic roller coaster of life together. Here are your hosts, the father and daughter duo, Eric and Tovah Weinstein.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Peas.
Same pod.
I'm your co-host, Eric Weinstein.
And I'm the other co-host, Tovah Weinstein. When will I get to go first and announce my name first?
I don't know, but we're a father-daughter podcast.
Father-daughter.
Essentially about nothing.
What? I need you to stop saying that.
Okay, so we're a father-daughter podcast.
Father-daughter.
About everything, okay? How's that? So for those of you just joining us this week for the first time, we have 3 segments. We have World Peas, where we talk about things going on in pop culture. We have Peas Our Family.
Peas Our Family.
Where we have that weekly shout out to Sister Sledge. And we talk about little stories from our family.
Is Sister Sledge still alive?
It's a group. I don't know if they're still alive or not. Their careers apparently are dead. And then we close with Piece of Information, where I throw a couple of random questions at Tovah to get some insight into her personality.
Anymore. Not random anymore because I helped generate these questions. Because, yes, guys, I put in all the back work in this podcast.
Yes, today Tovah came in with a couple of ideas for questions, so I'm going to run with those.
I'm such a creative butterfly, they say.
Oh, you're something.
That's what they call me. That's what they called me when I walked into Franklin's daycare. They must think I'm like homeless or like something because I walk in sometimes with my robe on, my hair's disheveled.
Set the scene for the people.
Yeah, these people probably don't think I like belong anywhere because I walk in with a robe. Sometimes I'm not even wearing pants. Sometimes my hair is like disheveled, like one eye open. And this morning I like walked in with Franklin and it took them a second to come grab him, which was fine. But when they did come grab him, I started saying like, Franklin, like, good morning. Say Franklin, good morning. But, like, he probably thought I was, like, because I was, like, say, Franklin, good morning. Like, it was, like, this whole weird. And I was like,
was it Tim?
Yeah, it was Tim. And so I was like, no, Tim understands. But Franklin just bypasses, like, whoever comes to the door. And he, like, drags me with the leash. And I'm like, Franklin, that's kind of rude of you to just bypass them. Like, they're opening the door and greeting him. And he just runs right in.
He is a rude little guy.
I know. He's so rude. Yeah. Oh, my God. He kept butting Mom yesterday. And I was like, God damn.
What do you mean?
That little angry dog for treats.
Oh, he's not angry. He just wants what he wants.
He wants treats. He's very spoiled.
A lot of dogs smell like that.
Well, you made him a piece of salmon the other day, but it wasn't on the grill. That was rude. They put it in the oven, and it looked disgusting. It looked shriveled up.
Okay, but he's a dog.
Only the best for Franklin.
True.
Okay.
Nothing but the best.
But so countdown to Zach Bryan tonight.
Well, this is our World Peace segment we're moving into. So, let's talk about Zach Bryan. We talked a week or two ago about how you lost your mind one night in June.
I was on my way to pick up Franklin, and I was like, oh my God, I swear to God. But yeah, I've been getting like mobile, like ticket, like updates, like entry, like updates. So like, I know it's legit, like the date, like we're good. And I downloaded the tickets to my wallet and everything. I didn't want to send them on over to Nick because I got something on my email and it was like login from Virginia, and I was like, let me just change my password real quick because I was like, I don't want anyone taking my really expensive Zach Bryan tickets, whatever, that I've been looking forward to. So I changed my password to a bunch of like, it's not that secure, but I changed it. And I download them to my wallet, and then I'll probably just like airdrop Nick's to his when we get to his house. I just don't want to like send it like over. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm excited for that. So we definitely know the date's correct. And
so you're not going to mistakenly blow off the concert tonight?
So I am quite excited about that.
I don't even know what he sings.
We're having it all.
Oh, yeah, that's him?
Revival. Dun-dun.
Okay, I didn't know that was him.
You definitely know more songs by him.
Okay, I definitely know that song, but I don't know who sings it because I'm not much into the country.
I know you're not. I don't know why you're not. Yeah,
Why?
because you got me. I feel like now I'm on like a concert of summer roll.
Yeah.
Like I went to Kenny Chesney, which didn't end up well.
Oh, that was the last time you went to a country concert at Gillette. That was terrible.
That was probably the
worst.
Terrible. But anyway, it was raining that night. They postponed it. It was Kenny Chesney. It was like the country festival. Like Dan and Jay was performing before.
Oh, Dan and Jay were performing?
You don't know Dan.
No, I don't.
No, but so they were performing, and then they had a couple different people. But so it was raining and lightning, and so I didn't get ready, and I like delayed everything, and they were like, "Oh, we'll give you a heads up," and I did get ready, and then we had to like. They started it impromptu, and then we had to park at the Lafayette House. For any of you know, who's like halfway down Route 1. We had to walk in the pouring rain only for them to tell me that my fanny pack was just a little bit too big.
It was like a millimeter too big, and they wouldn't let you bring it in.
I know, and they were like, you can't go in. And I was like, God, and that was just the cherry on top. And I went behind a car, and I started crying and screaming. And Nick sat down on the rain on the ground with me, and I was like, I'm so frustrated.
Well, was that the summer? Was that your bad summer a couple of years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that was just really a difficult
I think
summer.
It's important to talk about. I am diagnosed with anxiety. I have anxiety. I'm on medication for it, and I'm proud of it.
No.
I'm not proud. I mean, like, I embrace, like...
Say it loud, say it proud. I got anxiety.
No, there were some really, like, hard times for me, and I'm just so thankful for everyone, and I know everyone has their own stuff going on, but... Everyone's going through their own thing. People, talk about it. Everyone's going through something similar, even if you don't think.
No, and Mom and I are proud of you. You had a very difficult summer. We worked very hard with you to help get you the help you needed.
Can we shout out?
Go ahead.
Shout out Dr. B?
Sure, go ahead.
Shout out Dr. B. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Yes, Dr. B was very, very helpful and supportive and helped us through it. So anyway, what else?
And that's why I am like the way I am now, people.
Oh, yes.
So where were we?
Well, you always like something.
So, I know, I was always something. But so we went to Kenny, and then last summer I went to Morgan Wallen.
But that was at Fenway. And
yeah, that one was good.
You got a total hookup at Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, I did. We got the luxury box, and that was nice. We got there super, super early just to like mess around in the luxury box and just sit outside and hang out.
First of all, you get beautiful seats in the luxury box. They're high up.
Private bathroom.
Free
alcohol.
There's alcohol. There's
free
food service. Yes. Thank you to friends of one of my vendors or what have you, that one of my clients that helped hook us up with those tickets.
And I think right when I found out he was coming to Fenway, I was like, Dad,
oh my God,
be on it. And you were right on. I think you were the first person to ask if they had any.
I was very early, and my friend who worked for this particular company at the time said that I was a very early adopter. She didn't even know who the guy was, but she put my name down and made sure that I got a couple of seats.
And we got the front row in the luxury box, so just right. And we were people watching. We were like, oh my God, look at those schmucks. Look at those suckers. And I think it was like a little hot that day, if I remember.
Yeah, it was an August night. It was August. The year before, you could have gone and seen Lady Gaga, but you took a pass.
I know. I should have done that. I'm beating myself up about that.
Yeah.
I should have saw Lady Gaga. And then Noah Kahan is playing at Fenway a day after Zach Bryan.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. He's playing tomorrow. By the time this comes out, maybe some of our listeners would have gone. I know a couple of Nick's family members are going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Noah Khan's very big.
So I have no idea what he sings either. I know what he looks like, but I don't know what he sings.
Well, speaking of bad singing.
Speaking of, that is a perfect segue.
You're welcome.
Let's talk about the home run derby and Ingrid Andress. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. What do you have to say about her Star Spangled Banner performance, if you can call it that?
Did it leave me speechless?
I was
in the wrong way.
Listen, I have seen some really bad performances of the anthem, but this was an all-timer. This is worse than Fergie back about 5-6 years ago.
I didn't realize that the home run derby was like actually like a thing, like people watch it.
Yeah, the stands were loaded, I think.
But I went into work yesterday. And I was like, oh, did you see? And like no one had any idea what I was talking about. And so I just pulled up the video. It is just so, the first time it was funny because we were watching it live, but we were both like, okay. And now like seeing like other people's reactions to it, and like it's terrible, like no doubt,
Terrible.
like
Terrible.
it's terrible, like she's terrible. But and it said 4-time Grammy nominee,
not winner, nominee,
and I don't anyone can be
Jesus,
nominated.
I could be nominated for
I know,
all we know.
me
for
too.
For this broadcast.
Honestly, I could be singing the national anthem like that. Like if they want someone like that.
If they want somebody to sing it poorly, they could have you.
Setting off fireworks.
We could be nominated for a party.
Oh yeah.
That's like the National Podcast Awards. I'm joking, people.
We could be. We'll get there. But yeah, fireworks just started like going off like halfway through like her performance, which was funny. And then people, I think, started like booing her.
I think there was a little bit of booing from the audience, but then, it was just all over everything yesterday. It was the internet was lit up with it. Yeah. The radio show I listened to on the way into work, they were talking about it.
Yeah.
It was.
I've never heard of this woman.
Neither have I. She's been nominated, I guess, but I have not heard anything.
And then I guess she put out a statement, which was unfortunate to hear. She put out a statement. I know. I was drunk last night. I'm checking myself into a facility today. I need help. That was not me last night. I apologize. But then she goes at the end, I'll let y'all know how rehab is. I hear it's super fun.
So when I first read that statement yesterday, I thought that was not at all the right thing to say. I feel badly if she has an alcohol problem.
Maybe she's drunk writing this or something, because that...
I feel badly if she has an alcohol problem and she needs to address it, so it's good that she's getting help. But I thought that was a little snarky. And then I thought about it, and maybe she really meant it in a sarcastic way because she knew it wasn't going to be fun.
Yeah, I think she meant it in like a sarcastic demeaning way.
I'm sure. I just didn't like that part of it. So, but of course she had to come out and say she needed help because...
That's the only way to recover from that.
My God. If she can recover from
how
that.
else do you no. Well, the a TikTok comment said blame it on the alcohol, the T-Pain song,
I guess.
But yeah, that is the only way to recover from that.
Anyway, on that note, we'll move into our P's.
No.
I guess we're retracting. Back that bus up. Back it. Beep, 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 beep.
You left tire marks. Anyway, so Wiz Khalifa was arrested in Romania for smoking weed on stage or something.
I thought maybe he was taking a whiz. Khalifa.
I guess we can start to move into our P's.
Oh, just so everybody understands, we're streamlining this episode a little bit today because we're already a day behind schedule. We should have put this up last night on Tuesday.
Don't admit our defeats.
Don't admit our defeats. Anyway, so we're just trying to move along, keep it compressed and exciting, and
because we have fans out there, and we really do appreciate you guys. And
we do
want to sit down and finalize our structure and have some.
I need to add some sound effects.
Yes,
I need to lighten it up a little.
But we don't want to keep people waiting.
You fans have demanded this. We try to get it out to you as fast as we can.
And speaking of shout out, we're going to do a shout out to one of our biggest listeners, Diane Yofi-Wolpert, and the family. What?
Nothing. It's just funny that you have to give her.
That's her name in Facebook.
It is her Facebook name, yes.
Don't go
stalking her.
Yeah, don't go stalking her. But Diane Yofi-Wolpert and family, you guys are always outside when we're walking Franklin. Biggest supporters from day one. We used to carpool to and fro Hebrew school, us and the kids. We have a lot of history, and I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast, Diane Yofi-Wolpert, and I hope you continue enjoying.
Okay, well, thank you for that shout out. If anybody is interested in a shout out, feel free to email Tovah or
and
me.
To Venmo.
No, you don't have to Venmo. We're not for sale yet.
Venmo for sure. I know, not yet. Okay. I wonder who's gonna buy us out and for how much.
This is the P's Our Family segment.
P's Our Family.
All right, thank you very much.
Come on.
Okay. So you were picking up Josh the other day.
I was so pissed off because my navigation system, there was an accident on the highway. And so I was driving all these back roads, and my navigation system, apparently the compass had north always up. So it didn't matter where I was driving, like which way I was driving. Like my map always faced a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, so I would have to look in the corner and it would be like, it would have like an actual like arrow on which way to go so I could be like, okay, is it actually a right or a left? Because sometimes the map would be pointing like a weird way.
Yes.
And I was like, what the actual? And so I picked Josh up and I'm like, this stupid thing, like it literally, like, I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, did it update? It's so stupid. Like, it literally does not work. It doesn't know where I am. And Josh just goes in my settings and he goes, Tovah, you have north up. Like, north is always turned on. And I was like, oh. And so he turned it off. And everything was good in the world.
Yeah, I used to have on my nav system in my old Toyota Highlander, I used to have it north up.
The gold one?
Yes, so that, the arrow always pointed north, and I was always heading like upwards on the screen. Now, I don't mind that. I like it.
It was so annoying.
I think Google Map, though, defaults to that sort of angle, but in a 3D way, I thought.
No.
Okay.
It just... And speaking of, the only reason I mentioned it's gold is because all of our cars, for some reason, we just all like to have silver cars.
Not silver, charcoal gray.
Charcoal gray. We
like
all,
the darker gray, metallic.
All of us have a charcoal gray car.
We do.
I used to have maroon.
It was maroon.
Like UMass maroon, but then that got totaled.
Yes, it did.
Not my fault.
Oh, totally your fault.
That just jumped in front of me.
A telephone pole? After you hit a pothole.
We're partial to charcoal gray cars, but my dad did used to have a gold Toyota Highlander.
That's
I had
right.
like a red maroon, and at first I hated the color, but it grew on me because when I drove around, people knew it was me. I'll be like waving out the door,
People yelling your name. You're doing the beauty queen wave.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have something else to talk about doggy daycare today, or was it just your ridiculousness of showing up at doggy daycare in a robe with your hair up like pebbles?
Yeah, they probably all
Bam
think
Bam.
I'm like crazy. When you go to drop Franklin off,
I don't ring the bell because he just barks so much.
Well, he barks so much, but today I was like, Franklin, they know you're here. Like, stop it. And he keeps barking.
Oh, no.
Well, sometimes when I'm with him, he doesn't bark. But recently, he's just been barking up a storm. And I'm like,
He's
okay,
the boss.
Franklin. Yeah, because he literally lets himself in. And I'm like, Franklin.
He doesn't let himself in because he can't press the code.
But so I press the Ring doorbell and I'm like looking in it like I'm going to see someone through it. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And so I'm waiting for them to come get Franklin. Sometimes he'll sit next to me on the little bench. But yeah, no, doggy daycare is fun. I actually like dropping Franklin off at doggy daycare. It's only like 10 minutes away from it's less than 15 minutes.
It's about 15 minutes.
It's like 12 minutes.
Depending on traffic. But feel free to take them every day.
No, that's okay because it's really early. But sometimes I get to see other dogs, but they have like a system. So like if a different dog's in there, like I'll wait outside.
Yeah, me too.
And then I'll wait till they pass. One big dog really riles Franklin up. And I'm like, Franklin,
Oh,
take
no,
a
a lot
chill
of dogs
pill.
rile him up.
I know. And I'm like, Franklin, come on. And then I'm like, when the owner comes back without the dog, I'm like, I'm sorry.
I know, me too.
I'm so sorry. But you know, having a
but
dog.
he is the boss, and they say he's the boss. When he shows up, when he's barking, really what I'm thinking he's saying is, wake up, bitches, I'm here.
I know. I think he's letting them know that he's literally in town.
Or exactly, Franklin has come to town. He's like Tony Soprano, except a little
guns
one.
blazing.
Yeah, if he could do the finger guns, the paw guns, he could do paw guns.
That would be so fun.
Like he'd walk in there. You talking to me? Yeah, you talking to me?
Yeah, that's how he walks in the house.
Oh, he does. He
steals my dad. My dad will like be sitting down, and he'll get up, and Franklin will literally just like go where my dad was sitting, and my dad will go grab his phone and walk around the other side of the couch, shaking his head. And my mom's like, "Sorry, you snooze, you lose."
That's exactly right. Yes, and then I have to go sit in a less comfortable seat.
Away from all your electronics.
Well, I just have my laptop.
Do you like to sit in the corner because you have the outlet and you have like...
That's not the seat I would have chosen, but it's worked out best because I can keep my laptop there.
What seat would you have chosen
I
on
would
the
have
sectional?
chosen the one that is straight ahead into the TV.
Oh, yeah. That's where I'd like to eat my dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, but I eat my dinner either Everybody Loves Raymond's playing freaking Jeopardy and my dad running from the kitchen into the TV room trying to guess the answers before everyone else.
Well, I just wanted to hear what the final Jeopardy question was last night.
And I finally put my foot down and I was like, I'm just putting on Modern Family. I finally put my foot down and I just put it on. And everyone loves Modern Family. We cannot get enough of Modern Family.
Okay, we've had enough of that. Be quick and talk a little bit about...
R.I.P.
So beyond Shannon Doherty, there is something else we have to say. Rest in peace.
To one of our favorite and greatest sushi restaurants in Natick, Massachusetts, Oga's Japanese Cuisine. I was driving past it the other day. I drive past it from work all the time, so I'm every day. So I'm like weird that I didn't see it before, but the main sign was just down, and on the door it had the closed sign. The restaurant sign is down. And so then
Never a good sign.
Never a good sign. And then so now while I'm driving people, I learned my lesson. I pull over, I pull up my trusty friend Google, and I search up the location, Oga's, and it said permanently closed. And I was just literally like distraught, like pit in my stomach, distraught.
You called us. You were practically crying.
I know. I was like, I don't know what to do. I almost said to you the other day, like, let's go. And we didn't even get to have one last hurrah. We should have. See, that's my thing. I need a last hurrah. Like, I need a goodbye. And so, rest in peace to that most delicious tuna tostada that we'll never, ever have again. The chicken karaage you'll never have again. The red-eye maki you'll never have again.
Oh, you could probably find the rolls. You could probably find elsewhere.
It was so fresh. And then in the back room for birthday parties, you can like sit in the ground with no shoes. Like the table was like in the ground. Like you could, it was like cuisine. It was top notch.
Yeah, the food was
excellent. I rated it on Belly like 9.5, which is a new app that I love, people. Belly is a food recommendation app that you can follow a bunch of people, and you can see, like, for instance, if my dad was on there, you can see restaurants that he's ranked in the area or places he wants to try. Even you can go in different places in the world and see the top people who have been there, and it sections it out by neighborhood you're in, by breakfast, lunch, bars, wine tasting, tapas.
Are you getting a kickback from Belly for plugging them?
No, but it's so fun because you can rate it, and I rated Oga's. And now what do I do?
Nothing, just leave it.
Yeah, I'm distraught, guys.
Yeah, that tuna tostada was very unique, and I know other places offer something they call tuna tostada.
It was like warm and cold. It was the perfect bite. The perfect bite.
Was it the perfect bite?
I know. We have some other like sushi restaurants in the area. Rest in peace to one of the greatest.
Was there for like 25 years.
Was it? Did you look it up? Oh,
yeah.
That's so sad. I wonder what people in the front of the house are doing now. Like the hostess. Oh, they were like family.
Not quite. Not like Uncle Chung's.
Yeah, but then they became like distant family. Like the family you don't see on the holidays.
True, that's a good way of putting it. Well, it just didn't end well there either. So on that, let's move into the P's of Info, where I throw a couple of random questions. This week, not so random questions.
No, because I know.
To Tovah, and we're going to wrap this up quickly. Right now, what are your top 3 songs that you're into in the moment? What's your top 3?
I like the expression in your voice as you were asking me that question.
Why?
It's like I didn't know that question. What is your top 3 songs? Pink Pony Club, the song that I just play when I'm like in the house dancing around.
Okay.
I was playing it in the kitchen. My mom's like, "Who sings that? Who sings that?"
Isn't that Camilla?
Chapel Roan. Get it right.
Chapel Roan.
Get it right. So Pink Pony Club. That's
Giddy
one of
up.
them. It's Pink Pony Club is about her going, I think, to the gay club for the very first time.
Okay.
And then I believe that the song Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter right now is one of my favorites. And then Daddy's Lessons by Beyonce.
Is that from her country album?
It's not from her country album, but it's like she had like 2 country songs before she released Cowboy Carter, and this was one of them. And I like the song.
I'm okay with Beyonce, actually. It's Jay-Z I don't like.
I know, that tool bag.
I don't like the way
his persona?
Yeah, and he was dissing people at the Grammys.
Was he?
Well, remember, because he was all PO'd because Beyonce didn't win whatever she was up. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So we did mention, I think, in a previous episode that you and Nick are traveling at the end of August.
Yes, we are.
and you're going to be heading over to Europe.
Direct flights, baby.
What are a few of the activities that you are excited for once you're there?
Well, I'm excited to go to some coffee shops in Amsterdam.
Because they're known for their coffee shops?
They're known for their coffee shops and the events that take place at their coffee shops.
You mean the other things that are available for sale at the coffee shop?
Yes, because my friends...
Pastries, croissants, scones.
I want to see the way of life the consumption is over there. I think it would be fun. But so, no, I'm excited for the food mainly. I'm excited for the food mainly in Barcelona. I'm excited to go to La Boqueria Market.
Yeah.
That's like something I'm excited for. We did get tickets to the Anne Frank house, which people are like, you need to see. You actually get to like go inside and see where she was and where she was hiding out.
The museum is a recreation of the house because people live in the actual house.
Really?
Which is right near there, yeah.
Oh, that's weird. The Heineken experience we're going to do.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're going to do like a canal cruise.
Josh did the Guinness experience when he went to Ireland.
I don't like Guinness.
No, neither do I, but he went because that's the thing to do.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to the Heineken. We're going to do the experience. And our hotel is like 20-minute walk from there.
Yeah.
So like it's like perfect. And we can walk through the downtown neighborhoods of Amsterdam. We're going to, the canal cruises, like I said. In Barcelona, we're going to go to Park Güell.
Sagrada Familia.
We're going to do that one day. We're going to go to Costa Brava one day. There's a lot of stuff I'm excited for. I'm most excited for like the cheese and like tapas type food style.
In Barcelona.
I hope my palate won't restrict me.
I hope not.
I'm excited for tapas. That's what I'm really excited for.
Sure.
And I want to try the coffee in Barcelona. Not Starbucks.
I was going to say we had coffee in Barcelona
Not
at Starbucks.
And the coffee in Amsterdam is supposed to be really good. And they have like really good pastries and stuff.
Yeah,
so I'm excited for the food. We're going to do a couple of food tours, I think. Okay. I wanted to do like a cooking class at night, but in Spain they only do like paella, and I'm not interested in that.
No, paella.
I know. One time when me and Nick went on our cruise, we did a cooking class. I forget, maybe in Belize.
Yeah.
I forget. But they made ceviche.
Oh, God.
I know. And I was like, raw fish and raw shrimp, no thank you.
Well, you eat sushi.
Yeah, but something about because we prepared it. And I was like, no. Yeah. And they said, anyone who doesn't eat shellfish, here's avocado.
Okay, well, that's good. They give you an option because you can't eat shellfish.
Yeah, they gave me an avocado.
On that note, this has been Two Peas.
Same pod. See you next Tuesday, people.
Or given our schedule.
See you when we see you, people.
Thanks for listening to Two Peas, Same Pod, hosted by Eric and Tovah Weinstein. Please subscribe and join us next time as we continue to share humorous anecdotes, funny mishaps, and comical observations from our own lives.
Two Peas, Same Pod is produced by 1253 Studios, bringing always humorous and sometimes thought-provoking conversations to you through your favorite podcasting sites. Creative Content and Marketing Director Tovah Weinstein. Executive Producer and Chief Editor Eric Weinstein. Music by MBB. Find his work on YouTube by searching for MBB Music or at mbbmusic.com. Special thanks for the intro, outro, and trailer voiceover to Jordan Rich of CBS Boston Radio and Chart Productions, providing audio and voiceover recording and production, as well as podcast production and support. Visit Jordan at chartproductions.com. Funding for Two Peas Same Pod is provided by the Law Office of Eric Weinstein and listeners like you. Please consider subscribing and supporting this podcast. Until we meet again, this was Two Peas Same Pod, a 1253 Studios production.